Why do you get a sore throat? Hi, welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Hey, have you ever had a sore throat? How does it feel to swallow when you have a sore throat? Ow. Yeah, it hurts. It feels like you have a big lump in your throat, and every time you swallow, it's getting poked. Have your parents ever told you to open your mouth and say, ah, and then they said, oh, your throat's red, and that meant you were sick? Why does a red throat mean you're sick? I was thinking about this question because I got an email from some curious kids named Gideon, Charlotte, Noah, and Lucy. They wondered, why do we get sore throats? A sore throat happens when the inside of your throat becomes swollen or irritated. Your throat is lined with a soft, smooth layer of tissue called your mucous membrane. Can you say mucous membrane? But when something bothers it, that smooth surface becomes inflamed, which means it gets red, puffy, and very sensitive. It's kind of like when you, if you hurt your finger, and then it gets red, and when you poke at it, it kind of burns and it hurts when you touch it. It's kind of like that. So, what kinds of things can bother your throat? Well, there are a few different things. One is germs. This is the most common one. Tiny germs, usually viruses and sometimes bacteria, can get into your body when you breathe or touch your mouth. When those germs settle in your throat, your body gets to work protecting you. Your immune system sends special helper cells to fight the germs. When these helpers arrive, they cause swelling, heat, and redness. That's why your throat looks red when your parents shine a light and ask you to say, The redness is actually a sign that your body is fighting back. But it also means there's something wrong in the first place for your body to be fighting against. So that's germs. But there are other things too, like dry air. Now let me ask you a question. Have you ever fallen asleep with your mouth open? And when you woke up, your throat hurt? Especially in the wintertime, this can happen. Because in the wintertime, the air is very dry, and dry air removes moisture from your throat, making it feel rough and sore. Another thing that can cause a sore throat are allergies. If you're allergic to things like pollen, dust, or pet dander, your throat might get irritated when you breathe those things in. Your body reacts by trying to block them out, which can make your throat feel swollen. Now, there's one other big reason why you might get a sore throat, and it's one that happens to me quite a bit. See, if you talk a lot, like say if you host a show called Curious Kids Every Day, you can actually overuse your voice. Talking loudly, yelling, cheering at a game, or singing for a long time can make your throat tired. Your vocal cords need a break. When your throat muscles and tissues get overworked, they feel sore, just like your legs might ache after running a lot. So, now we know what can happen to your throat, but why does swallowing hurt when you have a sore throat? Well, when your throat is swollen, parts of it touch and press together in ways they normally don't. When you swallow, those sore areas rub against each other, and that rubbing causes pain. Now, thankfully, your body usually fixes a sore throat on its own. The immune system pushes germs out, the swelling goes down, and your throat slowly returns to normal. Staying hydrated and resting helps your throat heal faster. In other words, a sore throat is your body's way of saying, "Hey, something's bothering me, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it." All right, let's have a quick quiz. What part of your throat gets swollen during a sore throat? The mucous membrane. And what season can make your throat hurt because of all the dry air? That would be winter. Let's play true or false. True or false? Yelling too much can make your throat sore. That is true. That's true! True or false? Redness in your throat means your body is fighting germs. That is true. True or false? A sore throat means you swallowed something sharp. That is false. Would you rather drink warm tea or cold water when your throat hurts? Now, there are some really good cold drinks that can help, especially cold water, obviously, when you have a sore throat. But man, warm tea, especially when your throat's not feeling good, it is so soothing on an inflamed throat. I love that warm tea. I always love warm tea, but especially when my throat is sore. All right, I've got a couple of rounds of What Am I? Are you ready? What am I? I get tired if you yell too much. I'm cords, but I am not wires. And I live inside your throat. What am I? Vocal cords. All right, one more. What am I? I'm made of tiny grains you can't see. Some people are allergic to me. And I can make your throat feel scratchy. What am I? I am pollen. Okay, one more game today. Does it make your throat hurt? I'm going to name something and you tell me if it makes your throat feel sore or hurt. Are you ready? Does breathing super dry air in winter make your throat sore? It sure can. What about eating a popsicle? No. In fact, a popsicle tastes really good and feels really good when you have a sore throat. What about cheering loudly for a sports team? Yep, I can tell you firsthand, that can hurt. What about drinking warm tea? Does that make your throat sore? No. What about breathing in dust when you're allergic? Yep, that can definitely make your throat sore. Well, I hope you don't get a sore throat anytime soon. But if you do, just know that it's usually your body's way of letting you know it's trying to heal you up. But whether it's germs, dry air, allergies, or yelling too much, your body usually has everything it needs to fix itself. So just rest. Give your body a break. Your throat will feel better soon. What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out. So until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And for all the grown-ups listening, if you want an activity sheet for every new episode of the show, please visit supportcuriouskids.com to get more information. And for a free printable with activity ideas that don't involve screens, please visit CuriousKidsEveryday.com. See you tomorrow!